The most common question I hear today is if the iPhone 8 is a worthy upgrade. Some people still have the iPhone 7 and feel that this is just an iPhone 7s, and then there's the irony that you can still buy both from Cupertino at the moment, with the 7 costing slightly less money. It's only fair for us to put them head to head on a comparison to see just how similar they really are. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now, and this is iPhone 8 versus iPhone 7, brought to you by D-Brand. Let's get the obvious out of the way first. The iPhone 7 is more like the iPhone 6SS, and for the iPhone 8, let's just add an extra S to that. This is the 4th year in a row that Apple iterates this design, and if you went for the matte black or space gray variants I chose, they're almost indistinguishable from a distance. You have to get close to the iPhone 8 to notice that there is glass on the back instead of aluminum, that the color is more of a darker tone of gray instead of black, and that the Apple logo and iPhone text are now a tinted chrome like in the old days. Dimension-wise, the iPhone 8 is a hair larger than the 7 in every way. Fractions of a millimeter taller, wider, and thicker, though 10 grams heavier, and you notice that the moment you hold them side by side. The aluminum on the 7 is less prone to fingerprints than the glass on the 8, but at the expense of being more slippery when handled. I still prefer aluminum because it's one less part that breaks in case of a fall, but if wireless charging is your thing, only the glass on the 8 can achieve that. And since we've begun to discuss features and specifications, the 8 obviously has all the newer toys. The A11 Bionic follows the latest and more efficient 10nm process versus 16nm on the A10 Fusion. RAM is reportedly the same 2GB. If you're buying today, the iPhone 7 comes with 32 or 128GB of storage, the iPhone 8 comes with 64 or 256GB. Both devices share IP67 water and dust resistance as well. About the only place where the 7 wins, at least in numbers, is because its battery is 8% larger. For content consumption, both devices sport a Retina HD IPS LCD that supports the P3 color gamut. The iPhone 8 wins again by bringing True Tone technology of the iPad Pro, which adapts the display tone to the lighting surrounding it. The iPhone 8 also has slightly more powerful stereo speakers than the 7, but I recommend watching Juan's Real Audio review for a full comparison on that.
Power delivered by Apple's new A11.
In software, there's really nothing to compare here. Both devices run iOS 11, and this is one of those cases where absolutely everything the iPhone 8 can do, the iPhone 7 can do as well. We have a separate video detailing the improvements to this new operating system, so I'd rather not bore you with the basics. Gliding through menus and launching basic applications perform about the same on both devices. I noticed speedier performance in hardcore stuff like restoring the iPhone 8 from a backup, but that's just about it. Even for things like gameplay, the iPhone 7 is no slouch when compared to Apple's latest and greatest. Where I have noticed a significant difference is in battery life. The 10nm process on the A11 is clearly a more efficient chip even when running on a slightly smaller battery. The iPhone 8 has been the first ever regular-sized iPhone that I've been able to use for a full day without the need to top up by 4 p.m. And listen, I said the only one. The iPhone 7 and even the 7 Plus have proven to be disappointments in this department, as you'll notice on our After the Buzz videos. And then where I haven't really noticed significant differences is in the camera. I highly suggest you watch Juan's Real Camera review. He actually focuses this video more on making it a comparison between the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 7 Plus, and the differences are negligible. For all that Apple mentioned that it had refreshed the sensors, that's really not visible here. Don't get me wrong though, this is not a bad thing. This just means that both the 8 and the 7 are great at photography. Video recording is where things are different, but not when you record a regular video. It's when you tax the iPhone 8 to its maximum capabilities, like being able to record 4K at 60 frames per second, or being able to record slow-motion video at 1080p at 240 frames per second. Things that the iPhone 7 can't do, and not even the camera that I'm using to film this comparison either. and I think the camera experience is the best way to conclude this comparison. Those of you looking for major differences between the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 8 might be disappointed that there aren't. That's what the iPhone X is for. And if you're wondering why the iPhone 8 exists, that's because I know a significant amount of people that like the iPhone as it is. They want the latest and greatest iPhone, but they don't want to lose Touch ID, or even the rest of the experience that they're used to. If you already have the iPhone 7, upgrading doesn't really make sense. But if you're in the market for a new iPhone and don't want to wait for the 10, I would highly recommend the iPhone 8 more than the iPhone 7, simply because it's newer hardware, it performs better when it comes to battery life, and well, Apple supports a newer phone for a longer period of time. And regardless of what you choose, fingerprints and smudges are always going to be a given. The brand skins will eliminate those fingerprints and add some grip to your upcoming iPhone 8, or any iPhone for that matter. Check out dbrand.com/iPhone or visit the link in the description below to customize yours. And also remember that our iPhone coverage continues. Hit the subscribe button to be notified when more videos go live. The card at the top right will take you to our initial impressions of the iPhone 8, and the card at the bottom takes you to our real camera review. Also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.